we are back as if nothing has ever happened, but let's just get straight back into it just so we can go up until the deadline, hopefully, and no more interruptions, but let's wait and see. So, best 8.7 million midfielder, not Man City, says Aiden. I would probably say a Napoli midfielder, so Kvaratskhelia or Zielinski. Sane and Valverde to Salah and Kvaratskhelia. Yes, I think that's a great set of transfers. I would do the same thing in your situation. Will Carvajal play too? We covered this in the other stream that cut out. Do I think he's going to play? I have a feeling Vasquez could start. I honestly am torn in it. I'm 50-50. I don't have that much confidence. Courtois and Cruz, Onana and Rodrigo, Kepa to an 8.5 million midfielder. I would go for either Onana and Rodrigo or Kepa and 8.5 million midfielder. I have Meyer and Adan as goalkeeper. Should I take a hit and get a more reliable goalkeeper this week? I wouldn't take a hit for a goalkeeper when you've already got Adan, who at least will get something if he doesn't get sent off again. And Meyer still could start, although it's not that likely. Compro a Zielinski, si ya tengo a Kvaratskhelia. No tengo mucho problema con eso. Napoli es un muy buen equipo. No tengo mucho problema con eso. Coman or Musiala? Musiala. Best Matip and Sane replacement. For Matip, I'd go for Di Lorenzo or Dumfries. And as for Sane, I would consider Vinicius Jr. or maybe go for someone like Phil Foden. Hakimi for Cancelo -4. No, I wouldn't do it either way this week. No, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, Valverde has a small problem, but he should be fine for the weekend. So for match day 6, he should be good. Will he start, though? That's another question. Best defender for both match days except for Cancelo. I would probably look towards a Club Brugge defender. And I would look towards Micheli, for example. Musiala or Zielinski? Overall, Musiala is my preference, but with the fixture in mind, and also I think Bayern are a bit more likely to rotate in match day 6, I'd go for Zielinski from those two. Otamendi or Micheli, Musiala or Barella, I'm guessing that is. I'd go for Micheli, and as for Musiala or Barella, I do prefer Barella. Do you think Guerrero starts today? My gut feeling is yes, but I don't know enough about the injury. Will Courtois play today? I think he does, and a lot of predicted lineups also say the same thing. And by the way, I know this is a new stream, and we've still got over 100 people watching, so thank you very much. Let's try to get this to over 100 likes. We're trying to complete this up until the deadline, which is literally in 35 minutes' time, and then we can call it a day finally. It is a bit of a shame for the stream to cut out, but I am on holiday. These things are going to happen inevitably. None of this will happen, though, next week. Famous last words. I will be back for match day 6, and it should all be good. No big issues whatsoever. So yeah, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe for new. I think we've gained over 100 or so likes, or subscribers should I say, over the course of the last hour or so during the stream. So thank you very much. I am now going to go, though, into the transfers, and I think I'm going to start sealing them because, what if the internet cuts out again? You never know. You've got to have this all sorted out. So, in terms of my goalkeeper, I think I will keep Adan, and because I think Courtois will start, I am prioritizing a goalkeeper for today, so I am mainly looking towards Kepa. If, for example, you look at the games today, if Inter Milan were playing today, I would heavily consider Onana instead, but because that isn't the case, I think I'm just going to keep it simple and go for Kepa Arrizabalaga. I'm not, that expectant of a clean sheet for Chelsea, but he's been in fantastic form, making a lot of saves. He has been Chelsea's best player over the last few match days for both FPL and the Champions League. I'm going to go for him. And that also doesn't leave me too much wiggle room in terms of my transfers and budget. In terms of replacing Leroy Sane, I am thinking of going for Zielinski and going all in on Napoli against Rangers. So that is the plan. Let me know your thoughts, but I will be locking in these transfers very soon. And I also have 1.9 million in the bank, which could be very useful in the future for the transfers I want to make later on. Mbappe or Haaland captain, we got this a lot in the last stream. I would go for Mbappe, personally. If you could only bring one in for a -4, who would it be? Dumfries or Kvaratskhelia? Kvaratskhelia has the highest ceiling, I think. I'd go for him. Dylan, ¿prefieres Mané, Vinicius o Zielinski? Prefiero Vinicius Jr., pero tengo dudas si va a empezar la jornada 5 y la jornada 6. -4, worth it to get Meyer out? I'm not a big fan of getting rid of goalkeepers, especially for a hit. Is it worth getting rid of him for -4? Only for a select few goalkeepers, and you're mainly looking towards Mignolet, Diogo Costa, Kepa, and Onana. Yeah, I'm not sure what is happening, but yeah. Zielinski over Rodrigo. I do like Rodrigo, but yes, I think I'd go for Zielinski. Is it worth taking a -8 hit in defense to replace Guerrero? Depends which defender you're bringing in. Cheers, mate. Happy to see you. I'm considering taking off Sane for Salah and Di Maria for Kvaratskhelia. I will do the exact same thing, Ventislav. Do you think taking a hit for changing Adam for Mignolet is worth it? Yes, I think it could be worth it, to be fair. Just bear in mind with Mignolet, he's one yellow card away from suspension. The same goes for a few others like Mason Mount, which might explain his benching today. But yes, I think I would do it. I definitely will make the first 2 transfers, no doubt about it. Will Alvarez play? Not too sure if he does, to be honest. If anything, I think he starts in matchday 6. Vinicius, Emil. I prefer him over Zielinski. Hakimi or Alaba? Hakimi this week. Guerrero to Theo Hernandez -4. Yep, that's a good shout. Good transfer. Although I do prefer others. Buenas, vale la pena ir -8 puntos para meter a Di Marco. Para Di Marco o Di Lorenzo. Si es Di Lorenzo, sí. Creo que vale la pena, pero también depende de qué jugador saques. Pero sí, no está malo. Best buy in midfielder? Musiala, in my opinion. Lunin plus Kepa, and also might go for Šeško, benched. Raspadori and Sane. Zielinski, Havertz. A hit for a bench player isn't bad, right? Yeah. No, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it, Patriotic Irish. Yeah, I would do that. Top 3, 6.2 million defenders. Di Lorenzo, Dumfries, and I would probably look towards a Real Madrid defender like Rudiger, for example. Yeah, Irish, BBB, I covered that question. KDB or Vinicius? Vinicius. Best midfielder, regardless of the price, is it Sane replacement? Best midfielder, regardless of price, I would probably say Salah or Vinicius then. Yeah. Messi or Neymar? Messi right now. Cancelo and Jukla for Dzeko, Grimaldo -8. I wouldn't do it for a -8. No, I'm looking to make 2 free transfers, no -4. Yeah, no problems at Irish at BBB. Good luck to you as well. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Yeah, Salah or Vinicius? Salah. Mbappe and Messi double up? No problems with it, to be honest. And this week, on or Limitless, I would consider it, yeah. Thoughts on Osmihen? I'm not sure if he starts, though. I think he is the go-to striker in Serie A. Raspadori only has 1 league goal. But in the Champions League, Raspadori has proven himself, and it would be a bit harsh for him to just be benched in every single game from now on. So I'm not sure if Osmihen actually starts in matchday 5 and 6. Sane, Sergio Gomez, and Kostic to Son, Antonio Silva, and Dyer for a -4. Yes, I would do that. 7 players not playing. What hit is acceptable? 7 players not playing, so from 15 down to 8. I'd say a -4 is acceptable, -8. Yep. Do you think Carvalho will be benched? I'm not sure, to be honest. A lot of predicted lineups have Carvalho starting, so I'm not sure what to make of it. But my gut feeling, before seeing those lineups, was that Lucas Vazquez will start. So honestly, I have no idea. Yeah, Guerrero is an injury doubt. He might still feature, but it's not certain. Best 2 midfielders. Tough one. Probably Kvaratskhelia. And I would probably say Salah or Vinicius. That would be kind of my top 2. It really depends, though, if Vinicius starts. And Carlo Ancelotti said he will play, but in what capacity? That is the question. Neymar captain, good choice, but I do prefer others. Guerrero to Ramos, -8. -8. I mean, for 1 hit alone is fair enough. Yes, I would do it. Foden, yep, great choice this week. And I think he will start, based on what we saw the other day in the Premier League. Do you think Haaland will start? Yes, I do. I think he does. Drop Anguissa for Kvaratskhelia? Yes, Anguissa is a big doubt to start this week. He is injured currently. We've got over 300 people watching, by the way, so thank you. Let's try to get this stream to over 100 likes. Obviously, it is a bit of a shame that we couldn't continue on from the first stream, but it is what it is. Try to show support. We're trying to go through up until the end and before the deadline closes, and then we will call it a day. But I am looking to make 2 transfers. Mason Mount is benched, by the way. For those of you who aren't aware, we covered this in the first stream, and that is the big news from the Chelsea lineup today. And I think I will be bringing in Zielinski and Kepa. Although, as people rightly mentioned, I am considering the likes of Rodrigo or Musiala instead. And that is still really just going to be my final decision. I'm happy with the rest of my squad. And I will take the risk of keeping Tsimikas, who might be benched, Carvajal as well. But my main concerns really are in goal. And I would get Kepa in for Lunin, who I expect to be benched. And Zielinski could be coming in to complete my midfield. Will Meyer start for Dortmund? Honestly, I have no idea whether he will start or not. My gut feeling is that he doesn't. But then again, I did say this in the past as well. Vinicius or Bellingham? I prefer Bellingham. Over the next 2 match days, Bellingham. You have a lot of money in the bank, no upgrades. The thing is, though, like, I'm not sure what upgrades I would make. You make a good point. I got 1.9 million, but what would I do with that money? Trying to think here. So, Dimikas, I could upgrade potentially to Dumfries. You know, that's not a bad shout at all. I could also do a Pamecano up to something similar. You're looking at Kudus as well. I could maybe do Kudus up to Goretzka. I mean, it's a good shout that you make there. And also, I could go to Musiala. I mean, yeah, I am open to a -4 hit, but when possible, I do try to avoid it, basically. But yeah, I will put a poll out, by the way, for those of you watching, and you can make your feelings known. So, transfer plans. Okay, yep. Thanks for the freezing. 2 free transfers. -4 hit. Musiala. We'll put Goretzka in there as well. And the other one would probably be Barella. Yeah, Barella. Right. Alright, so bear me for a second. We are improvising, as they say. Alright. That should all be good now. All right, so yeah, those are my transfer plans. You can see it in the pinned comments. So for those of you that are still wondering what I'm going to do, but yeah, it's a good suggestion, Lavigny, and I am considering a -4 hit, but yeah, I am also quite happy to just go in with 2 free transfers. Best captain for me is Mbappe on the first day, and on the second, I'd probably go for a Napoli player like Kvaratskhelia. Will Neuer miss matchday 6-2? I'm not sure if he will miss matchday 6-2. But he definitely will obviously miss matchday 5. He's been a concern for quite some time now. But I don't think there's any news about him missing out for, you know, the next few weeks or something like that. Not like with Sane. Should I keep Valverde or sell him for a -4? I don't think he's going to start matchday 5 at all. So yes, it also depends who you bring in. But if, you know, you do Kvaratskhelia in, for example, it's even worth a hit, for example. Is Vinicius playing? Yes, I think so. Carlo Ancelotti said he will play, and I think he starts. Do we have unlimited transfers when groups end? Yes, we always do. Kepa or Courtois? Probably Kepa, just for the value. Van Dijk, a good option. Decent choice, I'd say, but Liverpool don't fill me with confidence defensively, and they have Ajax and Napoli, so I would look elsewhere. Is Kudus fine to still have? Yes, he's still fine. Of course he is. The problem is, though, there are a few kind of murmurings about Brobbey starting potentially over him, and Ajax haven't been looking too great anyway. Bellingham or Barella? Bellingham still. Although you could argue for this matchday specifically, Barella is the better pick. Kvaratskhelia for a -4 worth it? I think so. If he starts, then definitely he will be. Erling or KDB or Neymar or Vinicius for captaincy? I personally would look towards Neymar from those 4. Vinicius, Son or De Bruyne? Vinicius. Hakimi or Carvajal? If he starts, then I would go for Carvajal. Best defenders for this game week? Dumfries, Di Lorenzo, Cancelo, maybe a Club Brugge defender. And the other one would, I mean, I'm trying to think of the other one. It's kind of a difficult one. The other defender, maybe Chalobah, especially if you don't have Kepa. I think that could be a good defense for you. Best defender, Cancelo for me. Is Davis back from injury? Yes, I believe he is. Defender from PSG, probably Ramos. I think Nuno Mendes, is a doubt. Kvaratskhelia or Zielinski? Kvaratskhelia. Maignan or Kepa? I would go for Kepa. -4 to get Kepa in. I'm not a big fan of taking hits for goalkeepers, but it's not a bad choice. Depends, obviously, if you bring off someone who's not going to play at all. Zielinski or Mount? Mount is benched. I'd go for Zielinski. You're back from the sexy senorita. You distracted you and crashed the stream. I wish, mate. I wish there was a sexy senorita waiting right here. Maybe later, but no. It's just literally the internet cutting out. And won't happen next week. I'll have cables and everything to ensure it doesn't happen. But obviously here with a Wi-Fi, you know, it's always going to be unstable. I wish I still had the wild card. Oh, definitely. I do as well. But I don't regret playing it in matchday 3. I think it was the right decision. Why Ramos over Marquinhos? He's a bit cheaper, good for ball recoveries, and also has more attacking threat. But very, very close. And Marquinhos is also less of a yellow card machine, you could say. I'm on holiday in an island. That's all I'll say for now, Godhead. Spanish island. De Bruyne or Foden? De Bruyne, if you can afford it. Play Vlahovic or do a -4 for Mbappe? I just play Vlahovic, I think. Lewandowski, keep or sell for Limitless. On a Limitless, I would get rid of him, potentially, yes. Best replacement for Sane. Vinicius Jr. or Salah, I'd say. With Salah probably being the first pick. Apart from those two, I'd look at someone like Foden. Is Guerrero out? He's not officially ruled out, but there's a chance he misses out, yes. Let's keep on pushing the like button, by the way. We've got over 400 people watching, so I appreciate you coming back to the stream. Let's try to get this to over 100 likes, and let's also push on to the next milestones in terms of subscribers. And I will be locking in my team now any second. And, you know, let me check the poll results, see what you guys are saying. But, yeah, quite surprised by that, actually. 2 free transfers is leading by almost half the vote, 48%. Second place is taking a -4 hit for Musiala in for Kudus. And Goretzka's actually last there, which is quite surprising. Why not Haaland captain? Just because I think Mbappe has a higher ceiling, better fixture. Haaland's a really good choice, of course, but the fact he's away from home, I think Dortmund could shut him out like they did in the last game. It's just they kind of tailed off towards the last 10 minutes, and that's where Haaland got his goal. Trent, good option. Yeah, he's a decent one, but I don't expect a clean sheet against Ajax necessarily, and definitely not against Napoli. Di Maria replacement, I would look towards Foden. Lewandowski to Messi for -4? No, I wouldn't do it. Silla or Meyer from Bruges defense? Probably Silla, but Micheli's my favourite. Will Sergio Gomez be available for matchday 6? Yes, it's only 1 game ban. Salah or Vinicius? Salah. Just because I know he's going to start, or I'm much more convinced about him starting both games. Thanks for the stream, Dylan. Have a great match day. Thank you, Alex. It's always a pleasure. Any chance for Napoli attacker bench? Yes, there is a chance, but I think they'll put a strong lineup, secure first, and then maybe rotate in matchday 6. Best goalkeeper tomorrow? For me, it's either Mignolet or Diogo Costa, and they're both facing each other, of course. Which two? Zielinski, Kvaratskhelia, Musiala, Mario. Kvaratskhelia and potentially Zielinski. Thoughts on Silla? Not my favourite Bruges defender, but he is one of the best defenders in the game for his price and below. Yes. Sane and Lunin out, plus Alvarez Matip out for a hit. Yeah, I think that all looks good, Goldhead. I would do it. Is Hakimi out? I'm not sure where you saw that. If you have seen it from anywhere, then be sure to let me know, but I haven't seen anything about him being injured. Please, Mane or Sane or Salah or De Bruyne or Limitless. From those 3, I would go for Salah. Don't forget UCL Predictor. Yes, thank you very much for reminding me, Superstar, as always. Neymar or Messi? Messi is my preference at the moment, but they're both great. Tsimikas, the Club Brugge defender from -4. I personally wouldn't. If you're convinced he doesn't start, then it's not a bad move, but there is a chance, I think, of Tsimikas starting. But who for the -4? Matip or Alvarez? I would rather get rid of Matip. Yeah. Because Matip is, you know, Alvarez has a chance of coming on or even starting the game. Matip is still out, I think, until the first week of November. KDB, Sane, Lunin out for Salah, Kepa, and Zielinski -4. I'm not sure about KDB to Salah, but the other 2 transfers, really good stuff. Esteban, yeah. Best player to pick with 8 million budget. Probably Zielinski, Kvaratskhelia, Barella, Musiala, etc. Those are the best ones. Okay, we are going to put this onto subscribers mode just to kind of moderate it, try to get through more questions, avoid spamming and all of that good stuff. But I do appreciate all the questions coming in, but impossible for me to go through all of them right now, especially with just my voice being absolutely gone. Where is it? Trying to find the option would be great. So yeah, we're going to put... Oh, the subscribers mode is already on. Jesus Christ. Okay, we have no hope then. So yeah, we're literally only 7 likes away from 100, so keep on smashing the like button. We've also got 20 minutes left for the deadline, and I will be locking in my team. And yes, thank you, Soldier Boy. For anyone spamming the chat, try not to. I don't want to put anyone on timeout. I want to go through your questions. Opinion on Dembele. Fantastic performance the other day, a hat-trick of assists and a goal, but he's facing Bayern Munich, and that's why I wouldn't go for him. Not this week. Thank you, Oldhead. Thank you very much for the shout-out. Messi or Neymar? I'd go for Messi. Would you play Benfica defense? Yes, I'm not, I'm not opposed to it. They're facing Juventus, but they're at home, and Benfica are a better team at the moment. I'm not really a big fan, or should I say, I'm not opposed to the idea. Is Neuer back available for tomorrow? I don't think so. I think he'll be available for match day 6 potentially, but not match day 5. Is Perrin going to play or not? Szczesny is the main goalkeeper. Hold to Šeško or transfer for -4? I'm not sure which player you're on about. Good luck, Superstar. Kvaratskhelia or Musiala? Kvaratskhelia. Carvajal to Hakimi from -4? Not for me. Is Anguissa injured? Yes, he's an injury out. He might even miss out on matchday 5. Thank you, Goldhead, for pushing on. I appreciate it. We're literally 92 likes away from that, so it's possible. It's definitely possible. Milik, Raspadori, or Neres, sorry. I would risk your Raspadori, but my main concern is Osmihen. I'm not actually selling Kudus. It's a good question you ask. I'm open to the idea. It's because Brobby is touted by some outlets and also by some people in the chat to start over Kudus. It's really also because of the fixtures. I'm not a big fan of Ajax at the moment, and I would like to look elsewhere. But yeah, I think I am going to go with what the most popular poll result is, and that's what my idea was for most of the stream, sorry. And that is to do 2 free transfers, and I think I'm going to do that in the end. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead with these 2 transfers and lock it in before my internet crashes. So the transfers I am looking to do are Kepa in for Lunin, and also Zielinski in for Leroy Sane. There are some murmurings and also some reports I saw today that Leroy Sane has been running, and he also could be available for Matchday 6 against Inter Milan. That's where they're looking to have him back for. But Matchday 5, there's no chance of him recovering, it looks like. So Zielinski in for Sane is kind of a no-brainer, you could say. I would have gone for Mason Mount, I think, but he is benched today. So Zielinski is not a bad replacement whatsoever. I expect him to start, and I think he is a really good choice overall. Not my favourite, I'll be honest. Zielinski isn't my favourite option in the world, but still a decent choice nonetheless. And I think if Goretzka or Musiala had a better fixture, I would go for them for sure. But I'm going to target this Napoli fixture against Rangers, and honestly, it looks really, really good. So, yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've kind of missed, anything unchecked. But no, I think I am going to go ahead with these transfers. I'm also looking down the list once again, seeing if anything kind of comes to mind. I think I'm just going to go ahead with this. Nkuku's actually an interesting one, I have to say. But yeah, facing Real Madrid again, I mean, not ideal, to say the least. Not ideal. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Zielinski in the end. Kind of boring, you could say, but there we go. So my 2 transfers here are as follows. I've got 1.9 million in the bank, which could be very handy in Matchday 6, where I also could be looking to make further moves to improve my team. So, yeah, Leroy Sane and Lunin out for Zielinski and Kepa. Looks pretty good for me. And I think I'm going to go ahead and confirm these transfers. I always kind of overthink these. That's why sometimes I make last-minute transfers, but I think this looks pretty simple. Is Valverde fit? No, he should be back for the weekend, but not for Matchday 5. Vinicius or Rafael Leao? Vinicius. Obviously, different positions, though. Is Salah better than Vinicius? I prefer Vinicius, but the reason why I say Salah is because I have more confidence in him starting both games as opposed to Vinicius. Messi or Kane? Probably Messi, in my opinion. But they're both good options, of course. Is Captain Haaland or Vinicius? Probably Haaland, just because I'm not that convinced about Vinicius starting, despite Ancelotti's comments yesterday. Obviously, he said he will play, but doesn't mean he will start. You know, obviously, maybe I'm overcomplicating and overthinking what he said. But yeah, I'd probably say Haaland. Harry or Martinez? Probably Martinez this week, but Kane is always a good choice. Thank you, Adrian. Good luck to you as well. Junior or Zielinski? Junior, if you can afford it, yes. Best PSG defender? Probably Ramos. Lewandowski to Mbappe for a hit or give him the armband? That's a good question. Now, if it was me, I think I'd keep Lewandowski. You know, getting rid of someone of his quality, his record, from here, I just can't bring myself to do it. My team is such a mess. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, mate. A lot of our teams are a mess. I'm maybe a bit fortunate because I'm seeing people with 5 or 6 players, you know, with major doubts of starting or injuries. It's kind of bad luck in a way. Bellingham or Zielinski? Overall, Bellingham. For this match day, I'd argue Zielinski. Will Salah start? I think so. Kostic to Theo Hernandez for -4. Yes, I think it looks good. I would go ahead with it. Left for the deadline. Hopefully, all goes well. And now I'm going to sort out my bench. I think it's all good. So, yeah, in terms of the balance now, if we actually check. So, I've got Kepa starting on the 25th. Same with Carvajal, if he actually plays at all. Joao Cancelo, Bellingham, De Bruyne, Mbappe, Haaland. So I've got 7 players on the Tuesday and 8 on the Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, that's still pretty decent. That's a nice balance. Not the best balance, you could say, but still pretty decent nonetheless. And looks pretty good overall. So yeah, I've sorted out my goalkeeper situation somewhat. Hopefully Kepa also starts in Matchday 6. And we also have the Napoli midfielders ahead of the Liverpool game in Matchday 6. Obviously, there's always going to be future fires to put out as well. But for the time being, my team doesn't look too bad. I think we're all good here. And by the way, it's completely dark in terms of my webcam, so I do apologize for that. I might come back, make a few changes just so you have a bit more light here. Oh shit, yeah, but apologies for the sugar, should I say. So yeah, this is how we look like. We changed the screen. This is my squad right now. Mbappe's my captain, and in terms of the second day, I think Kvaratskhelia would be my second day captain. And I think he will start, and he will be a fairly decent choice there. So let me know your thoughts on this team. I might do a quick break, so to speak, just so I can then show you some other stuff. So yeah, for those of you that aren't aware, this is the Chelsea lineup. So Mason Mount is benched, and we've got the likes of Havertz, Aubameyang starting up front, Gallagher, Jorginho, etc. But I have ended up going for Zielinski as my transfer in. So going to take a short break. Hopefully I can sort out the light situation. It should all be good. But we've only got 13 minutes left of the deadline. So be sure to lock in your teams and get everything sorted. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. Don't worry, don't worry. We haven't vanished again, surprisingly. So let us now go back to my team. And this is not my final team. That's how my team looked like just before I made my transfers. And yeah, this is how it looks like now. Zielinski has come in for Sane and Kepa in for Lunin. And let's keep on smashing the like button and let's try to get this to over 200. It'd be very much appreciated. We still have over 400 people watching, which is incredible. Obviously, we are on holiday. Everything will be much more smoother, I'd say, next week. No cutouts, no 2 streams and stuff like that, hopefully. So let's whiz through these. Any idea if Vinicius plays? Ancelotti said yesterday he will play, so I think he'll start. What's your set Matchday 5 wildcard team? I don't have a wildcard team. I played already in Matchday 3. If you want to see a wildcard team, then be sure to check out the video from the other day. The only change I'd make is Mason Mount out for either Zielinski, an Inter Milan midfielder, or perhaps you could go elsewhere and go a bit rogue, and that's the area where you could go different. But honestly, I wouldn't change much from that team, if anything at all, apart from Mount. Decide not to take a hit at the end. I'll wait for better fixtures for Adan Matchday 6. Yep, as well as maybe rotation for Lunin in Matchday 6 as well. That is a fair point, yep. And goalkeepers aren't really a big priority in general. And really what I could have gone into is get in Kepa, who will be benched in Matchday 6 as possible. How can I not put in Raspadori? Well, the thing is, there is still a doubt about Raspadori starting. I think he will start, but you've got Osman knocking on the door. And also, who would I get rid of? I'm not getting rid of Haaland or Mbappe for him. So really, you're looking at Jukla potentially, which isn't a bad shout, I would say. So if we bring up the transfer screen, do I even have enough money? No, I don't. I don't have enough money to get in Raspadori in for Jukla. And I wanted to get in a Sane replacement and also get in a Lunin replacement. So honestly, for me personally, it didn't make any sense to do that whatsoever. So yeah, that's where I have to disagree with you. Let me refresh the page just in case. But yes, my transfers have loaded in. And we are good to go. I've only got one player from the early kickoffs. All right, so this chat is absolutely buzzing at the moment. Mignolet in for Neuer? Yes, I would do it, honestly. If I wanted a goalkeeper for the 26th, I would go for either him or Diego Costa, and I do prefer Mignolet a little bit more. What's your thoughts on Anguissa to Barella, Sane to Zielinski? Honestly, I think they're great transfers. If you don't have Kvaratskhelia, though, I would highly recommend it. Tsimikas or Silla? Probably Silla. I've got more confidence in him starting. Transfer Salah in for Sane or Michel in for Carvajal? Salah in for Sane. Di Lorenzo in and Fofana out, or Zielinski in and Sane out? Fofana out for Di Lorenzo. Yep. Because Sane could be back for Matchday 6. You could also do both for a hit. It's not a bad choice, I think. KDB start? I think so, and I'm hoping so. Will Foden start? I think so as well, because he was benched the other day against Brighton. Haaland in for Lewandowski from -4? No. Silla or Micheli? Micheli. Alvarez to Raspadori? Yes. What to do with Mahrez? Tricky one. I'd probably sell. Muller or Goretzka? Probably Goretzka. Free hit options or the Limitless. It's all covered in the Best Limitless team video, so be sure to check that out. Best Limitless defenders, just to kind of recap very quickly. So Cancelo, I'd go for the likes of maybe Di Lorenzo, Dumfries, and then I'd look towards a few others like Perisic, for example. It's all covered in that video. And yeah, Glim, once again, I would recommend the -4. It's up to you. I'm 317th in the Dylan RCM League, hoping to push back into the top 100. Good luck, Goldhead, and it is very competitive there. We've got quite a few members in it, a few thousand, I think, so that's still really good stuff. Anguissa to Kvaratskhelia for a -4? Yes, with the injury doubt with Anguissa, I would. I think KDB starts well, yes. Isco underrated. I mean, I think his best days are past him, and as a UCL Fantasy option, I mean, he's good for this match day against Copenhagen, but really, apart from that, I'm not a big fan of Isco. What do you think about risking Kvaratskhelia captain instead of Salah? Honestly, I don't mind it. I'm looking to captain Kvaratskhelia myself tomorrow. I think I'd still go for Salah if I had him, but I have no problems with going for Kvaratskhelia. Mbappe or Haaland captain? You can see it with my answer on screen. That pretty much answers it. Messi or Neymar? Messi. Theo Hernandez or Dumfries? Dumfries. Who to captain? Haaland, Mbappe or Vinicius Jr.? Mbappe for me. Zielinski or Mount? Zielinski. Mount is bench, like we talked about earlier. Dylan, Vinicius or De Bruyne or Limitless? Vinicius. Good luck, lad, as well. Messi or Neymar? Messi. Yeah, of course you can use Isco. I'm not going to say don't go for him, and he could be a really good shout. You have to sometimes just go for someone completely different and rogue that other people won't consider, and it could, you know, really go in your favor, especially if you've seen him in La Liga and you really like the look of him. I personally wouldn't, but it's not a bad choice, I think, against Copenhagen. Dylan, why didn't you keep Lunin? Transfer Salah in for Sane and Michel in for Carvajal. With Carvajal, there is a possibility of him starting. Marca do predict him to start, and that's why I decided to keep him. But that is a good suggestion about Salah in for Sane. That could have been really good as well. Hey, Dylan, captain Vinicius, Neymar or Haaland? I would go from those three for Neymar. Salah or Mbappe? Mbappe. Bellingham, KDB or Vinicius for captain? I would go for Vinicius. Son or KDB? KDB. Benzema to Haaland for -4? Yes. Dumfries for -4? Yes. Carvalho, Liverpool or Gallagher, Chelsea? Sorry. Probably Gallagher, just because you know he starts. I'm doubting between Isco and Gomez. I prefer Gomez, but Isco is playing a bit more advanced. Kudus or Murdik? I'd go for Murdik. Messi or Neymar? We've answered this quite a lot of times already. Messi. Yes, I would do that, Blair. I would take a -4 for that. However, I'm not a big fan of PSG defense in general. I don't think Hakimi offers enough value. Better to get fringe players from teams in first, players from teams in second or third for better chance to start some match day 5 and 6. On paper, yes, but there are a few exceptions. You know, things aren't always like that. And, you know, it all depends on what happens in the league just beforehand and also how the managers approach, you know, how they see these players in training. So it all depends, really. As a United fan, would love to see Chelsea lose, so they keep getting closer to get KO'd from the UCL. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, sometimes people say, why don't you back teams, you know, from the same country as you? I just don't see it. Would happily sacrifice my points for it. Fair enough. Same here, mate. Salah or Sterling? Salah. Salah or Vinicius? Salah, just because I think he's going to start both games. Di Lorenzo or Dumfries? Di Lorenzo. Salah or Vinicius? Salah. If Limitless, Messi or Jukla? Messi. Foden or Di Lorenzo? Di Lorenzo. Best Limitless mids? Roughly, it'd be Salah, still Heung-min Son, I'd say, Vinicius Jr., Kevin De Bruyne, and I would also go for Kvaratskhelia. It's all in the video. Leao and Silla or Jukla and Hernandez? Please help Dylan. I would go for Leao and Silla, but also consider Lautaro Martinez if you have the funds instead of Leao. Vinicius or Sterling and Limitless? Vinicius. Musiala or Raspadori? Raspadori. I would go for Salah, mate. I would go for Salah over Sterling. Kane or Messi? Lionel Messi. Cylindra, yeah, like I said before, I'd go for Leao and Silla. Lunin out for a -4. Not sure I'd do it for a -4. If you have no goalkeeper at all, then yes, I would probably. If Limitless, Vinicius or Bellingham? Vinicius. Raspadori or Haaland? No, not para mí. What's enough points from the first day as captain to not change it? Honestly, I'd be happy with 8. It also depends on the kind of week you're having. You know, if you're having a low-scoring week and you get 6 or 7 from your first captain, I'd probably hold, to be honest. Kind of what happened last week. Is Guerrero fine? So, look, Guerrero is a doubt going into this week, and I'm not sure whether he will start or not. My gut feeling is that he does, and I just don't know the injury. Haaland or Mbappe? Mbappe. Vinicius or Son? Vinicius. Barella or Foden? Foden. Neymar or KDB for captain? Neymar. Upamecano to Silla for a -4? Not for me. Is Rakitic a good pick? Decent pick. He's probably one of the better ones from Sevilla. Inter or Napoli to keep a clean sheet this match day? I think both have a good chance. And if I had to pick one, I think Inter a bit more likely. Dylan, Marquinhos or a Club Brugge defender? I would go for a Club Brugge defender if you want someone for match day 6 as well. Dylan, have you heard news on Guerrero being injured? Yes, I've heard the news, but he's not ruled out one way or another, basically. Mane, Musiala or Goretzka? Musiala. Amount of free transfers. Should I take a -4 hit to change the goalkeeper? Yes, if you have no goalkeepers at all, I would do it, Jung. Messi or Lautaro Martinez? I'd still go for Messi, sorry. Sorry, my voice is completely gone. But yes, Messi. Pulisic for a -4? No, not for me. I mean, look, he could be a good shout, a nice punt, but I wouldn't do it myself. Rafael Leao in for Jukla? Yes. Hostage to Di Lorenzo for a -4? Yes. Captain Bellingham or Haaland? Haaland. Florentino out for a -4? I would have 9.7 million to replace him. I don't think you need to do that. I mean, look, if you can go to someone like, I mean, you got 9.7, there's a lot of choices you have. I mean, look, would I take a -4 to go from Florentino to Kvaratskhelia? Yes. Maybe to Bellingham? Yes. And a few others like Foden, for example. But there's not that many that I would do it for. How many maximum free transfers we get? 2. Sterling or Bellingham? Bellingham. Rashford or Cristiano? Cristiano, come on. Yeah. How many maximum transfers? Sorry, I just answered that. Take -4 for Sterling over Florentino? Yeah, I think I would. Though I'm not a huge fan of him. Vinicius or Salah? This is the thing. I prefer Vinicius overall, but over the next 2, I would go for Salah. I back him to start both. With Vinicius, I think he gets 1 start. Best replacement for Maya? I would go for Kepa. Kepa, Mignolet, Diego Costa, and Onana. Any one of those is fine, depending on, which day you need a goalkeeper for. Neymar or Messi? I would go for Messi. I wouldn't get rid of Haaland, though. Costa to Di Lorenzo for a -4? Yes. We answered that already. Yeah, predictions. Yeah, thank you, Goldhead, as well, and Superstar for reminding me. So, let's go to that now. Let's go to full screen. And let's go now to the predictor. So, I've gone for 2-1 Sevilla. I think I will change that. Would I? Maybe not. Sevilla did cause Real Madrid problems the other day. Yeah, it's a difficult one, actually. I've gone for 2-1 Chelsea as well. It's quite an interesting one. You know what? I'm going to go for a Chelsea 2-0 win. And I'll stick with Sevilla 2-1. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Let me know your thoughts. What are your predictions for the matches today? I'm out of free transfers and I have Koulibaly and Sane injured. Should I take Zielinski for Sane? Yes. That's what I've done myself, Duarte. I think it's good. Modric or Kroos? Kroos, because Modric won't play matchday 5. Would you do Upamecano to Silla for a -4? No. Best swap for Chilwell or Limitless? Perisic, Di Lorenzo, Dumfries. Adam will start. Yes, I think so. Di Lorenzo por Guerrero por un -4? Sí, lo haría. Carvajal or Thiago Silva? Carvajal, but I'm not sure if Carvajal starts both games, basically. Sane replacement? Depends on your budget. Vinicius, Salah, Foden, Bellingham. Any of those would be fine. I don't see Haaland scoring at Borussia Park. Yeah, at Signal Iduna Park, yes. I mean, I don't see a huge ceiling for him, but I could be proven wrong. A lot of these questions we have answered, and obviously I do appreciate sometimes you don't hear, but I would go for Carvajal over Thiago Silva, and I would take a -4 or -4 para Di Lorenzo. Yeah, deadline is done. We are locked in. Time is over, and we're no going back now. Mane or Goretzka? Goretzka for a normal team. Barca Bayern prediction. We can go through that now. Sane, Benzema, Neuer out. Haaland, Vinicius, Courtois in. Thoughts? Looks fantastic, mate. Honestly, great transfers. Thank you, Sudindra, and good luck to you as well. So, if we go through this, I've gone for 2-1 Sevilla, 2-0 Chelsea, 2-1 Benfica, 4-0 PSG, although I might change this, by the way. I might not put the booster on them. 3-1 Man City. I think I might change it to a 2-1 or something. 2-0 Real Madrid. Maybe I'll change it a little bit because Real Madrid have a few key players missing. 2-1 Shakhtar Donetsk, 2-1 AC Milan, 3-0 Inter Milan, 2-1 Club Brugge, 2-1 Frankfurt, 2-1 Spurs. I think I might change that though to 2-0. Barca Bayern 2-2. I mean, this is a difficult one, actually. I'm not sure about that one. But yeah, I've currently gone for 2-2. 1-0 Atletico Madrid, 2-1 Ajax, although I think I'm going to change that now. Ajax haven't been that convincing. I go for a 2-1 Liverpool. And 3-0 Napoli. That's where I might put my booster on, actually. Napoli are one of the best teams in the world at the moment. So yeah, that's my current predictions. We are all locked in, by the way, in terms of UCL Fantasy as well. So just to recap, for those of you that weren't aware, I made 2 transfers. I brought in Kepa in for Lunin and Zielinski in for Leroy Sane, who is ruled out for Matchday 5, but could maybe be back in time for Matchday 6. Copenhagen versus Sevilla, 10 goals exhibition. I'm not sure because Copenhagen gave City a good game, and that was mainly... Sorry, I can't even speak English. My bad. That was mainly due to the fact that obviously City went down to 10 men. But, I mean, you could be right. It could be a big haul for Sevilla. I've just gone for a 2-1, which is maybe a bit boring. Thank you, Erod. It's good to see you. Thank you as well, AZ. Accidentally captain Jorginho. I mean, the good thing is that at least you can change the captaincy after the games today, but it's not ideal. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise, though. Who knows? Good luck, Soldier Boy. Always a pleasure. Got Vinicius, but feel like it may not be high upside due to his high ownership. Little game. Yeah. And that's why I sometimes like going for someone completely different on the first day. And then, you know, if you've got someone like Mbappe, Haaland, or Lewandowski in your back pocket for the second day, you can afford to take a bigger risk on the first one. Thank you, Marco, as well. I appreciate it. Honestly, look, if it wasn't for some issues I had before the stream, I mean, I don't even want to go into it. And also just completely, I don't know if it's tonsillitis or whatever. You know, I literally, I'd be in fine form right now, but my voice is completely gone, honestly. Thank you, Esteban. I'll be back very, very soon. Literally this weekend, I'm back. Unfortunately, no Game Week 14 deadline stream for FPL. That's the only deadline stream I will basically miss for the last 2 years or something. We've made every single one so far. But yeah, it's, at least the internet was, you know, it came back and we were able to do the second part of the stream. Change captain in the final few minutes from Haaland to Mbappe. Yeah, Mbappe is my favorite as well for today's games. Barca free, Bayern 2 is possible. Bayern also have quite a few key players missing out. FPL question, I'm selling Salah. Should I sell him to KDB or Foden? I would go, that's a really good question. I would go maybe to Foden, and then perhaps you can upgrade someone like Mitrovic in Matchday or Game Week 15 and go to Harry Kane. I think that's what I'd look to do. Didn't make my transfers in time. Yeah, that is frustrating. I mean, right now, you know, my local time is like 6:50 or something like that. If it wasn't for like doing the streams and stuff, maybe I would forget. It has happened to me before in the past. What level are you for UEFA Gaming? I'm not sure. I have to check that, actually. We could do it now. I mean, we might as well. I'm not going to be here for too long, though. Unfortunately, I do have to go and have to do some other stuff. But we will, you know, do longer streams and stuff from next week onwards. So yeah, I'm level 30. I'm semi-pro. I think it resets every single year, which is a bit frustrating. But yeah, I'm level 30, basically. So yeah, we have all of that covered. Let's end the poll as well. And almost half of you ended up going for 2 free transfers, which is what I ended up doing. Thank you, Soldier Boy, for the shout out as well. What are your predictions again? I mean, I can show it on screen very, very quickly, but yeah, we've kind of covered everything already. So basically, my predictions were Napoli to beat Rangers 3-0, Barca 2-2 against Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid 1-0 against Leverkusen, also 2-1 Liverpool against Ajax, although I did change that before it was the other way around. 2-0 Spurs against Sporting Lisbon, Frankfurt to win 2-1 against Marseille, Club Brugge 2-1 against Porto. There's a few that I might change here, especially the Frankfurt game, for example. Inter Milan 3-0 against Pilsen, Dynamo Zagreb to lose 2-1 at home to AC Milan, Celtic to lose 2-1 at home to Shakhtar Donetsk, City to beat Dortmund 3-1 away, Leipzig to lose 2-0 at home to Real Madrid, PSG 4, Maccabi Haifa 0, and a few others like 2-1 Benfica against Juventus, 2-0 Chelsea against Salzburg, and 2-1 Sevilla against Copenhagen. So yeah, those are all the predictions. You can also refresh the stream or go back in time a little bit more, and you'll be able to see everything we have done. So now let us go back to my team, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That is all about covered. My predictor ranking, I'm not sure. I think I'm in the top 10k or something. It's not great. I was doing better last season. Recently hasn't gone too well. Thank you, Soldier Boy. Do you think Barca will qualify? They have a chance, but I don't think so. Because Inter Milan just need a draw, don't they, against Pilsen, and I think they win, so I don't think they do. Matchday 1 was so good to you. Yes, and also, Matchday 2 was pretty good, and Matchday 3, so it's some pretty solid stuff. But yeah, Matchday 1, I built the team specifically for that matchday, and it showed. It was a really good showing. It's all over. Me, Dylan, I've taken a -8. Romero, Sane, Di Maria, to Raspadori, Alfred, Dumfries, Kvaratskhelia, Kane. Do you fancy my chances? Yes, I do, mate. I mean, you're getting rid of players who are pretty much ruled out, apart from Raspadori, of course, and you're bringing in some quality players there. Honestly, I like the transfers a lot. The only one that could backfire, in my opinion, is Raspadori. Yeah, Sumit, that's a good team. How would I rate it? Because you've got someone like, for example, Valverde, who's going to be out. He should be back for the weekend. And is there anything else? Yeah, your goalkeepers aren't great. I would go for a 4 out of 5. If you sorted those two things out, it'd probably be a 4.5 or 5 out of 5 if you want to have a rating like that. Where do you check levels again? It's on the homepage of the UEFA Gaming kind of website. Thank you, Rehan. I appreciate it a lot as well. Yeah, I agree, Goldhead. It's good transfers there from Nuclear Atoms. I bought Musiala, forget to mention. No Haaland, Mbappe captain. I think that's fair enough. And Haaland, I think he starts, but do I see a huge haul from him? Not necessarily. Especially if Kane bangs for you. You could see a fat green arrow. Exactly. He's a mega differential in UCL Fantasy. I took a -8, Gomez to Grimaldo, Sane to Barella, Alvarez to Messi, Vlahovic to Mbappe captain. Really good stuff. I like Vlahovic, but against Benfica, I mean, that's some great transfers in general. Honestly, all the transfers are fantastic, and even for a -8, I think you do gain points from it in the end. Thank you to everyone for watching. Obviously, I appreciate everyone who came back to the stream after the cutout. Don't worry, we'll be back full-time next week. And I also, just before the stream, and that's also another reason why my voice is gone, I recorded 2 FPL videos, the best wildcard team for Game Week 14 and the team selection for Game Week 14. So all of that will be edited over the next few days and hopefully out by Thursday and Friday. And then I'll have like a quick shorts video, I think, up for you on Saturday to kind of make up for the non-deadline stream for FPL. And then we'll be back with potentially a reaction stream on Sunday for FPL, and then also Matchday 6 deadline stream next Tuesday, and many, many more videos to come for Game Week 16 and stuff, and FPL, and or Game Week 15 by that point, and also Matchday 6. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, then be sure to smash the like button and subscribe for new. Let's try to get this stream to over 200 likes. It'd be greatly appreciated. Let's also get to 17,000 subscribers. We've made some big progress today, so thank you very much. And you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, DylanRCM. I'll try to run through a few more questions and comments before I go, but you can also leave it down in the comment section below. Join the Discord server, message me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will get back to you anyway, so don't you worry. Dylan, go get a tan, get off YouTube. I do actually have one, maybe not in the face or whatever, but I do have one. It's probably one of the best tans I've ever got, and that's because I'm not putting sun cream, really. Captain Bellingham, thoughts? I mean, the fixture isn't really there, but Bellingham has got, what, double-digit returns in every single game bar one, where he got 9 points. It's a good choice anyway, to be fair. Gone for Jesper Lindstrom from Frankfurt as a differential in good form. I mean, this is what it's all about. I actually don't know too much about him. I've heard some good things. You know, I've got a few mates who support Frankfurt. Honestly, go for it. Why not? Hopefully it pays off for you. Thank you, Nuclear Atoms, as well. Erod as well. I appreciate the kind words. And yes, I will be off YouTube very soon. Don't worry. I will get back to my endeavors. I'll be going out tonight. I'll just keep on going to the beach every single day, as I have done. I was at the beach this morning as well. Rodrigo in for a -4. Honestly, I really like Rodrigo, and he was really close to being my transfer in for Leroy Sane. Going to PSG versus Troyes to watch Messi, as couldn't get tickets for Italy or Maccabi Haifa. Need to pray stays fit and then starts. First time seeing him, hopefully. Honestly, Marco, enjoy it. And you're also seeing some other quality players in there. I've had the pleasure of seeing Messi twice at the West Ham Stadium against Croatia in a friendly. Argentina won 2-1. And also at Wembley Stadium in the Finalissima final against Italy, where Argentina won 3-0 and Messi was man of the match, actually. So, yeah, honestly, enjoy it. Did not get any Inter players because I'm backing Victoria to win. Wow, that's a big call. And if that happens, I mean, Barcelona will probably be thanking Pilsen eternally. Jude superior to every UCL asset. I'm not sure about every single one, but in terms of the midfield right now, yeah, he's the best midfielder for sure. I captained Bellingham last week. It can go really well for people. Go differential on Tuesday. Exactly. Yes, it definitely can. It's just the City fixture that does put me off a little bit, but he has scored in this fixture before. Benzema, Neuer out. Haaland, Vinicius, Courtois in. Thoughts? I think I covered this already, Spike. Great transfers. I honestly wouldn't recommend anything else, actually. Everyone should have Jude till Dortmund are KO'd. Yeah, at the moment, definitely. No, Ananda, sorry. I do not speak Portuguese. Obviously, I can understand some words because it's so similar to Spanish. The same goes for Italian, but no, I don't speak Portuguese. And thank you very much for the kind words, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, the OP or the 0P. I have KDB hoping for big game Kev to step up. It's same here. Hopefully he starts and puts in a really big performance. I switched Vinicius to Rodrigo last week on wildcard, and he is on pens if Benzema's not on the pitch. Exactly. And Rodrigo's a really good option at 8 million. He's predicted to start, and he could obviously be up front as well with Vinicius on the left-hand side. So let's wait and see how Real Madrid play. Big up from Portugal, Dylan. Love your streams. Hope Sporting win tomorrow. Good luck, Joao. I wish you all the best. And honestly, I'd love it if Sporting won as well. It would be great to see. And enjoy yourself, mate. I appreciate you always tuning in. You the man. Sorry I didn't catch that. I'm at work. No worries, Spike. It's all good. And I'll see you in the next one as well. Thank you, Spike. I'll be back very soon as well, so don't you worry. Thank you, Marco. Try to go to the Finalissima. Watch Messi put in man of the match on screen instead. But can't wait now. Good evening to you. See you when you're back. Yeah, thank you, Marco. I'll see you when you're back as well in around a week's time, if not a little bit earlier. And there will be videos anyway in the next few days. And we actually have been releasing content every single day. And hopefully we'll keep on going. Dylan, can I share what the Independent predicted to be the England starting 11 for the first game of the 2022 World Cup? Okay, fair enough. We'll do that very quickly before I wrap up. That's all good. I'm guessing it's going to be funny. Thank you as well, Twisted Parky06. We might as well put this screen back on, by the way, before we just wrap things up. So let's see this lineup then. Go on. I'll be waiting. Not too long, though, because I do have to go very soon. And maybe my internet will end the stream for me, as it has done earlier. It's very funny, mate. There we go. Thanks for your input, man. Thank you, Isaiah. Very much appreciated. Dylan, how long are you and where are you from in England? I'm 23 and I am from London. But I do have dual nationality, basically. I was so glad when you restarted the stream. I thought I missed it this week. Yeah, it was frustrating, but I was kind of anticipating it. I was actually more pissed off because I had other things going on. And I know it sounds funny, but my bathroom is locked. Like, I can't actually open it. I need to sort that out. It sounds ridiculous, I know. So yeah, I got to sort that out afterwards. I was using a knife as well to kind of break down the lock. I sent the link in the chat. I actually haven't got it, which is a bit... Normally I get it, you know, like a hidden message or something, but I haven't got it just yet. So yeah, try to put it again in the live chat, and then we can go through it. But honestly, I don't see the link or anything like that. But yeah, that's all about covered. Hopefully this isn't going down again. It's on red, Jesus Christ. But yeah, no goal so far. No goal so far. Yeah, both games are 0-0 at the moment. Okay, that's not too shabby. Normally by this stage, you know, when I'm about to go off, it's already 1-0. You know, there's goals are flying in, basically, especially when Bayern Munich or City are playing. But yeah, if not, go ahead, put the link in the live chat or in the comment section or Discord server, and I can react to it then. But I'm guessing you want my live reaction. Oh no. What? Butland, Luke Shaw, Jones, Chalobah, Smalling, Zaha, Wilshere, Barkley, Ibe, Akpon, Sturridge. Oh, okay, so this was a few years ago, what they thought the lineup would be. Yeah, because I saw Butland, I'm like, what are you on about? The only ones there that have a chance, really, are Luke Shaw, Chalobah. That's it. I mean, the thing is, players like Wilshere had a lot of potential, so that's not a bad shout. But Akpom, I mean, yeah, I mean, that was a bit... Sturridge was a quality player as well. Yeah, predicted in 2013. That's the thing, though. Things change so quickly in football. I mean, this is what? 7, 8, what? I can't even count. 9 years ago? Really, really long time. Yeah, Marco, 2013. Crazy. Kane, Musiala, Kvaratskhelia, Dumfries look good on paper to pay off the -8, even with no Haaland. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I think the hit pays off anyway. You have nothing to worry about. You just have to hope that you've got some big returns in there, especially from your differential players. They got Shaw right, to be fair. Yeah, they did. And even though, you know, some would argue Chilwell is better, Shaw has improved this season, and he also is fairly decent for England most of the time. Yeah, quite funny looking back. Very hard predicting 10 years ago. Yeah, I'll give them a bit of, you know, what's it called? I can't even speak at the moment. Credit, or I'll cut them some slack, basically, and I will let them off a little bit. My favourite team is Arsenal, Isaiah. My favourite team is Arsenal. From Argentina, it's Rosario Central, and I support the Argentina national team. But yeah, those are the only teams I support. From England, it's always Arsenal. It's my local team, although definitely right not now. I'm not next to the Emirates or anything like that. But thank you to everyone. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you in the next stream. It's been a blast as always. And all the best of luck for Matchday 5. And honestly, just enjoy the football. And I'll see you very, very soon.